Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Aisyah Demokratia An-Nafi'ah. I'm a biology education student of Universitas Maritim Raja Ali Haji. And this is a video time English for biology lecture by Mr. Bony Irawan. I would like to explain about mangrove ecology. So without further ado, let's get started to the explanations. What are mangroves? A mangrove is a shrub or small tree that grows in coastal saline or brackish water. The term is also used for tropical coastal vegetation consisting of such species. The term mangrove is used to define both the plants that occur in tidal forest and to describe the community itself.
How overview of mangroves in the world? Estimate of former worldwide extension of mangrove by experts as land vary from over 15 million hectares. From a global perspective, Southeast Asia is well endowed as a support the world's largest area of mangrove. Originally extending over 6.8 million hectares and representing 34–42% of the world's total. The largest areas of mangrove in Southeast Asia are found in Indonesia, almost 60% of Southeast Asia's total, Malaysia 11.7%, Myanmar 8.8%, Papua New Guinea 8.7%, and Thailand 5%. In Indonesia, the estimated mangrove area also varies widely. The expert mentions Indonesia's mangrove area is 2.5 million hectares. Generally, mangroves can be found throughout Indonesia archipelago. The largest mangroves are in Irian Jaya, Kalimantan, and Sumatra. It's by Directorate of Intake Development Program.
The next about mangrove habitat. Mangrove vegetation typically shows a zoning patterns. Some experts state that is closely related to the type of soils, like a mud, sand or peat, openness to waves, salinity, and tidal influence receding.
Most mangrove species grow well on muddy soils, especially in areas where silt accumulates. In Indonesia, this muddy substrate is very good for Rhizophora mucronata and Stans avicennia. And then, what are the type of mangrove vegetation? In the simple terms, mangroves generally grow in 5 zones. Zone 1 is highly exposed mangrove, occurring on the seaward side of mangrove belt and inundated by all high tides. This type of habitat is devoid for all species except for Rhizophora mucronata, and this zone is not always present. Next, zone 2 is exposed mangrove, occurring on the seaward side of mangrove belts and inundated by medium-high tides. According to Van Stenius, this is the zone of Soneraceous and Avicennias. Next, zone 3 is central mangrove, are usually dominated by Rhizophora species, but in Karang Agung area, South Sumatra, the expert found it to be dominated by Bruguiera cylindrica. Next, zone 4, rear mangrove or hind mangrove, back mangrove, landwehr mangrove, occur in the land zone behind true mangrove belts and are inundated by the highest tides only. And the last zone is zone 5, brackish stream mangrove. Found along brackish to almost freshwater streams, are usually dominated by Nipa or Soneraria communities. And what is the mangrove fauna that we can find? Mangrove is the place for many organisms. We can find mollusks. These include 32 species that normally occur on a reef lake, and then crabs. Densities of 10 until 70 individuals per square meters can be found. Next, crustaceans. It should be noted that they form a very important breeding and nursery area for commercially important shrimp species. Next, arthropod, arboreal mangrove arthropod including insect. Reptiles commonly occurring in Southeast Asia mangrove are the estuary crocodile and rainbow water snake. Next, amphibians that can survive the saline mangrove environment, but two species of frog are nevertheless very common, especially in the rare mangrove areas. And the last is fish. Mangroves are highly important breeding and nursery habitats for many fish species, including many commercial fish species. What is benefits derived from mangrove? Mangroves are highly beneficial, as they yield many valuable either directly or indirectly, including fisheries, building materials, furniture, paper, and firewood.
snapper, mangrove crabs, and fish are sent directly to the mangrove habitats. Several types of shrimp in Indonesia are very dependent on the mangrove ecosystem. The experts suggested a positive relationship between mangrove forest area and shrimp production, where the wider of the mangrove forest, the higher the shrimp production, and vice versa. This is supported by various studies in the other countries. What are functions of mangroves? Firstly is shoreline protection.
Mangroves offer the best protection against tropical storm surges, and tsunami, and are being replanted in certain areas where they have been falling in the past, especially for this purpose. And then support the food web. The role of mangrove play an important role in the life cycles of many fish, shrimp, and mollusk species, as this environment provides a combination of shelter and an abundance of organic matter like a food. Secondly, mangroves are net exporter of organic matter, thus providing for organisms inhabit water well outside the actual mangrove.
And the last, carbon sequestration.
Mangroves are able to sequester some 1 metric tons of carbon per hectare per year, and the average layer of mangrove sediments have a high carbon content.
What is the economic value of mangrove? Indonesia, a landmark economic study carried out at the Bintuni Bay, showed that traditional use of 300,000 hectare mangrove area by the 3,000 local inhabitants of the bay were valued at $10 million per year. At the same time, fisheries were valued at $35 million per year, and selective mangrove cutting schemes were calculated of the value at $20 million per year. The state of Indonesia mangrove. Currently, around the world, there is an increase in the loss of mangrove resources due to unsustainable utilization and allocation. The Forestry Department on 1997 said the area taken from various sources ranged from 2.5 until 4.25 million hectares. So, what is the cause of mangrove decline? In addition, the data also show that remaining mangrove also face threat in the form of: first, development in the mangrove area or conversion to agricultural land. Succession to secondary non-forest vegetation after overexploitation by local communities. Regeneration is carried out after being cleared of the interest. And coastal erosion.
The main development activities that have contributed most to the decline in mangrove area in Indonesia are harvesting timber for commercial purpose and transferring the use of fish pond and agricultural areas, especially rice and coconut. Timber extraction activities are also seen in Riau, Kalimantan, and Papua.
So, how to save our mangrove? Mangrove conservation is not something new in the last decade. Mangrove forest conservation is an effort to protect and preserve nature in the form of an area set aside as a nature reserve area for both marine, coastal, and mangrove forests. They are conducting mangrove plant nurseries, replanting mangrove forests, mangrove forest restoration, improving the environment around the forest, and spatial management for forest area expansion. Plants are oxygen producers, saving the tree, saving our lives. That's all the explanation from me. I'm so sorry for my mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you everyone.